Hello guys, today we're gonna be reviewing Joyspun, just a random brand from Walmart that I picked up while doing some shopping there. This one contains two pairs. They are one Fishnet, another one is Opaque. Pair of pantyhose. At the start we're gonna do the Fishnet and then we'll go to the next one. As you can see, they got the back side that indicated by the logo. That's the waistband part. There is no separate crotch, there's just one seam that connects two sides of this pair. And they have a little bit of reinforced toe that is not really visible at the moment, but you will be able to see it on the POV close-up. Looks pretty cute. Alright, let me tell you some information about this pair. So it is Fishnet with the Lurex fabric in there, obviously color black, and now the materials that the package gives me. So for the Fishnet pair, the panty part, which is actually dark black solid color, it has 79% of nylon and 21% of spandex. For the leg, which is Fishnet, it is 91% of nylon, 7% of spandex, and 2% of other fiber, which I will assume is Lurex. You can see that it's a little bit shiny on the thicker lines. That is our other fiber. I would say this pair is very cute after you put it on, and I also feel like the top part, the panty part is probably more like control top, because it is way tighter than obviously than the bottom, the leg, but still it you can see when I'm turning there a little bit around, you can see how it's tightening up on my hip. POV close-up is coming in. And right now let's do some modeling with heels and without them. Here comes the second pair from this package. Look at that panty part. What is going on? Why is this so long? For real, that is the first time I'm seeing something like that. And it got the gusset. That's very random here, to be honest, because I'm so occupied by the thought about how long the top part is. Obviously, no reinforced toes, just regular classic plain black pantyhose. Let's try them on. They also show you which is back with the label. They are very stretchy and actually pretty soft, to be honest. And let me give you a little bit of information about the fabric that I have in a package right here. So for this pair, we've got, in a panty part, is 93% of nylon and 7% of spandex, and then on the leg part, 86% of nylon and 14% of spandex. Alright, let's see how high they can go. Woohoo! Yeah, that is very useful on a colder seasons. You can have an additional warmer or like a layer on your upper body. That's not bad. Let's get to the close-up. And it is modeling time as well right now, with no hills and with the hills. Okay, so let's do a real quick wrap up about this two pairs. So we've got this guys here. That's the only come on, focus. No focus. But that's the only information source that I have. So the name is Joyspun. I got it from Walmart. I was just curious to try something from like local stores and stuff like that. So they have two pairs, as you could see. One of them has Lurex in it and it is a Fishnet. Another one is Opaque pair of pantyhose. Alright, so let's see what it says. It doesn't really have that much information, to be honest. It just say machine wash, cold with light colors, delicate cycle, only non-chlorine bleach when needed, tumble dry low, do not iron. Again, I'm gonna just duplicate the information that I posted already before in the video. So the Fishnet pair got in the top part, which is it called panty in here, it has 79% of nylon and 21% of spandex. And on the leg, which is an actual fishnet itself, is 91% of nylon, 7% of spandex, and 2% other fiber, which I assume is Lurex. That's what they mean, because they got the sparkly silver Lurex in there. The opaque pair in panty, which is ridiculously long. Why? I don't understand. Anyways, it has 93% of nylon and 7% of spandex, and on the leg it has 86% nylon and 14% of spandex. There's that. Again, I am shocked by the length of the waist part of the opaque pair. That is huge. Like, why? You can pull them so high. I don't know, I never actually seen pantyhose or tights being that long on top. And I get it that some of them can be pulled up because they're that stretchy, but this one is just... the proportions are really weird, alright? So feeling wise, I would not say that I am enjoying this. Fishnet, because it got Lurex in it, is pretty itchy. It does look pretty cool though in the skirt, like it looks really nice, but unfortunately it doesn't feel nice on skin. The second pair, which is opaque, I don't know, from the close-up video it looks weird, and I think it looks kind of rough. I will never be able to learn how to pronounce that one. It's like harsh to the skin, but to be honest, it's pretty slippery because when I did the heel modeling, my foot was just slipping down there and it was really hard to keep them not going down and like stretching out the strap in front. Kind of weird. And they are very soft as well, to be honest. So like, I don't really know. Very interesting fabric, and I would really love to know more about it, but unfortunately this does not provide any like information about how they were made and etc. So I have no idea what type of knitting it was. Anyhow, that's an interesting experience, and they were pretty cheap. Does it have a price in here? I'm not sure about that. Doesn't look like it has. I think it was around $10 for these two pairs, but they're not a very high quality, as you could see, so that's no wonder they were cheap. Though sometimes there are really good quality cheap pairs as well. Anyways, that was an interesting try, and I do think that I might actually wear fishnet pair for like just the sake of a style, because I enjoyed it. To see it on the camera, how it looks like, it's actually pretty cool. And as I said before, a lot of times I do use and buy pantyhose only for look sometimes, so that's gonna be that one. I do not know like a recommendation. They are not that like extravagant, or they're not that super cool or famous brand or anything. I mean, for just like a regular day wear, I feel like it would be nice, especially the Opaque one for like warmer, not warmer, sorry, colder time of the year, so your legs will stay warm. And especially considering you can pull them that high, you can be like, oh, I have something underneath my shirt too to keep me warm, because they are so stretchy. I feel like they will not slide down a lot, so there's that. You definitely can try. Unfortunately, I'm not able to leave the link because I literally bought it in the store. I walked there and just was picking up some other things and snatched this one in. I tried to look for some sheer pantyhose, but didn't have at the moment, so maybe now when it's spring and the summer is coming, they will have more sheer pairs. But I had them for like 3 months, I think, in my drawer there, waiting to try and do that. Not so much to say. And again, I feel like it's just a good option if you don't want to spend a lot of money and you just kind of want something different from your classic ties that you're usually buying. That would be a good option. So there's that. This is the... Oh my god, focus please. Jesus Christ. What if I do like this? Oh, that was there. There you go, here. And that is an extra large, as you can see. I was nervous, so I got it. Oh no, not nervous. They had only a medium and extra large, I think. That's why I got the extra large, because I would rather be safe than sorry. Even with the cheap pairs, to be honest, so there's that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope it still was enjoyable, even though it's just a simple pairs from the local store. And I'll see you next time.